That's the most counterintuitive thing I've ever heard.
I know. It just is what it is.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, let's start the real show.
You are now listening to LauerRoadRadio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Ha! Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
LauerRoadRadio.
Dad light,
I don't like it when you do that.
Lights inside, all right. Dad light, thug light, bright lights inside, all right. Yeah. Dad light, thug light, bright lights inside, all right. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
LauerRadio.
Let's get it.
What?
At Tanagra Win the Walls. Fell, this is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio with my co-host, as always, Jason. We just finished up our Rumble pre-show.
Yes.
So if you're interested in the pre-show, you can go to Rumble. It's a Rumble exclusive.
Exclusive.
It's a Rumble exclusive.
Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm. It's exclusive.
Yeah.
And so if you want to go to Rumble and watch the pre-show, it's just 5 minutes of us shooting the breeze.
Yes.
Just being our normal selves.
It's the best part of the show.
But it is a Rumble exclusive. And I drank half of my espresso.
Yeah. That was a mistake. You should have.
It's got some notes of walnut.
Yes.
And some earthy undertone.
Yes. Listen, by the way, do not drink the Sumatran coffee at Waldo.
It's probably Sumatran
coffee at Waldo. It says earthy. It tastes like dirt.
Oh, really?
It really does.
Sumatran is a very dark coffee.
Listen, I got it. I read the description. Thought I like dark coffee.
Yeah.
Sounds excellent.
Yeah.
One of the descriptions was earthy, and I kid you not,
Tastes
like dirt. It tastes like it was brewed through
I think
dirt.
it's from The Office. I think that's what it is. I think it's the episode where they go to where Michael and Jan have the dinner party.
Yeah.
And Michael pours the wine or something. I don't know. And he said it has an oaky afterbirth.
Is that the same episode where he's so excited about the TV?
Yes. Oh,
it's like a
my gosh. Have you seen the blooper from that?
No.
It's tremendous because they can't hold it in because it's like the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
And he has to do it a couple of times before they can get it out. It is, man.
That's an. I was going to say it's an underrated show.
It's like the most popular
but
thing.
It's
on
very,
the
very
planet.
popular. Having said that, it's still I think underrated.
It's leaving Netflix in January.
Well, it's going to Peacock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Are you a Peacock member?
Stella, did you log in when you were at my house?
No.
Oh.
I'm a Peacock member. I've been watching lots of random premiere games.
Yeah, man. I have to watch the
this
10
week
minute,
I watched like Brighton and Southampton or something.
I have to watch the 10-minute extended highlights on YouTube.
Not
Which
as
is
good.
like
It's not as good.
Basically every time there's a shot on goal or something interesting
not as
happens.
good.
It's not as good. No, I won't say that it is, but I've been watching
I've watched almost every Tottenham premier game.
We're not going to talk too much about Tottenham because I don't think people are interested in that.
No.
But if you are,
They're on fire.
we got on the Tottenham bandwagon when it was good.
Yes.
When it was a good time to get on.
Yes.
They were, hovering around the top 6. They
Yeah.
were just kind of hanging there, but they
Nothing
didn't
special.
look like
Yeah.
they had a chance at being Man City or Liverpool.
Right.
They weren't going to be that good. And then all of a sudden, Jose Mourinho walks in
Yep.
and works
Savior.
his magic. And Sun Young Song, or whatever his name is.
And then
He's a beast.
a year and a half, he's going to blow the team up and we'll be in the bottom half.
You think that? Yeah, that's the. But that's
Pattern.
fine if they could win. If they could win the Premier League.
Would you rather, this is a good question, any sports, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather win like a national championship, World Series, Super Bowl, and then suck for 3 or 4 years? Or just be like 80, 90% consistent?
No, I'd much rather win and then suck.
So like, I don't even know. Like,
I feel like the Marlins are that in baseball.
yeah, see, I don't like that. I would almost rather just win 80 or 90% of
But
everything.
then but never win the actual thing because
yeah.
that's where Tottenham is.
Yeah, you're right.
That's frustrating to be like right at the edge.
The truth is you want both.
Well, of course.
You want to be the Patriots. You want to win 80% of your games and then
win
every other
50% of the Super Bowl.
50% of the Super Bowl.
Yeah. If you can have
Or
that,
the
you
Yankees.
take it.
25% of every World Series ever played won by the Yankees.
That's not a made-up stat.
No, that's 100% true.
1 out of every 4 World Series, the Yankees wins.
Yeah. I mean, they won whole decades at a time. That's how come.
Still. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just a crazy stat.
It's a crazy stat, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, The Office is moving to Peacock. The Office might be underrated. It is an amazing show. The Michael Scott character is the greatest TV character of all time.
Wow.
And I won't.
That's a big deal.
Let's do it. The Mount Rushmore of television sitcom characters. Not television sitcoms, but television sitcom characters.
Wow. Okay. Of all time.
Michael, Dwight, Jim, Pam. No.
Bam. Of all time.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Lucille Ball.
All right, that's fine. We go with Lucille Ball.
I mean, she might be the George Washington.
Okay, so we got Michael Scott.
Yes.
We got Lucille. Lucy. And what else you got?
The Fonz.
Whoa, that's a good one. That's a good one.
It is a great one.
He's a classic character.
I mean, iconic? Does it get any more iconic than the Fonz?
It doesn't get any more. I mean, Stella, you don't even know what we're talking about.
Do you know the Fonz? No, and I feel like maybe Alice from the Brady Bunch.
I was going to say Alf.
Alf. No.
Hey, guys! No, not Alice. Let's see. Boy, the Fonz is a good one. I've not thought about this until right now.
Right.
But Michael Scott, Lucy,
the Fonz.
We're missing
a decade
now
of
the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
We're missing all of the 80s and the 90s.
Okay.
Now, Seinfeld is, I think, the best sitcom of all time.
Right.
But I don't know that there's one character out of it. It's the cast. It's all four of them together.
Yes.
That's so good. So I don't think we can take somebody from Seinfeld.
Well, and Cheers was a massive
Cheers
show.
was the same thing.
But same thing. They're all equal.
Frasier. I mean, you could go Niles on Frasier.
Isn't it
great character?
Frasier Crane?
Well,
the primary guy?
Yeah, but, Niles is...
Well, if you consider that, Frasier was on two massive hits.
Yeah, forever.
Maybe Frasier should be on the Mount Rushmore representing
that's a good point.
Multiple shows, both the 80s and the 90s.
Kelsey Grammer played Frasier for something like 25 years or something like that.
That might be it.
Because he spans two massive shows.
Two massive decades.
And apparently they're talking about a reboot. So another Frasier in the works.
A reboot or a sequel?
I'm sorry, a sequel.
Okay.
A new Frasier
to
TV
reboot.
Show. Yeah, to reboot.
We're going to reboot.
We've
Frasier.
talked about this. They should reboot Cheers. It should be a bar in Chicago.
Yes.
Vince Vaughn should be the Sam character. Yes. And then whatever else you want to do, I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Put Zach Galifianakis
Danny
in there.
McBride.
Danny McBride belongs there.
He's Norm.
He's Norm.
Norm. Danny.
Yeah. Okay, so Danny McBride is Norm.
He just comes in.
Zach Galifianakis is the postman.
That's Norm.
No. Norm. No.
Cliff.
Cliff.
Yeah.
Cliff.
Yeah.
You like Zach Galifianakis for Cliff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Danny could be the Cliff.
I like Danny as Norm.
Okay.
I think. Vince Vaughn definitely is the former athlete, except he's not a former baseball player. He's a former hockey player for the Chicago Blackhawks.
I like it.
He was a forward or something. You
Yeah.
know? And then, I don't know, the female character, doesn't really matter. Just put any woman in there. Should be fine.
No, it's good. That's good. I like it. So let's wrap up that Mount Rushmore.
I'm so excited that Frasier got on this list. It makes me so happy.
I know.
So, Lucy.
Listen, the only reason I'm giving it is because it's two shows and 2 decades.
He's a great character.
He's iconic.
Lucy.
Is he the best? Probably not.
No. Lucy, the Fonz, Frasier, Michael Scott.
That's a pretty good Mount Rushmore.
That's pretty good. Write in if you have any suggestions. Tell us where we got it wrong. And I swear, if you write anything from Friends, we will block you. Is that possible? Can a show block a person?
We can try.
Show up at your house and unplug your TV.
That's pretty funny. So we did get a question from Riley.
Oh, we did.
And this was a couple weeks back, and I wrote it down. We never talked about it. She said this. And did you notice that it's no longer, they don't have a joint Facebook?
I did see this.
Is there trouble in paradise? Or does she just say, I'm the Facebook?
I don't know. Maybe we made fun of them too much about it.
Because nobody should have a joint Facebook.
We both feel that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Aaron and Riley, both of them.
Yes.
As a pair and as individuals. But I love them too much to let them stay a joint Facebook account.
Yeah. That's not even a real option.
No, you have to hack the system.
It would be different if Facebook said, we have single accounts
or
we
joint
also have
accounts.
joint accounts. No, they bypassed it
Why
altogether.
Why would Facebook do that? That is
You think they should?
discrimination.
Do you think they
Right.
should add joint?
Well, listen, I've looked it up.
Yeah.
They have something like 72 gender options.
What?
That's no joke. So, if there are 72, there's 70. It's some crazy number like that.
That's not possible.
Talk to Facebook. Well, this is what I'm saying. If they're going to those lengths,
Yeah.
why would they be so biased against a couple account?
Okay.
If I identify, if me and my wife identify as one person, who are you to tell us that we're not?
Well, I don't know. That's a whole. I don't want to go down.
That's
that
a
road.
pre-show thing.
That is a pre-show thing.
So what's the question?
Oh, so here's the question. You're the captain of the Enterprise.
I like where this is going.
Who are your senior officers?
Mm-hmm.
Who is on the bridge? What's your mission? And how many red shirts did you lose?
Well, I mean, if it's a good mission, you lost at least a couple red shirts.
2 or 3
Mm-hmm.
minimum. So I think the best. Let's just make a general attack at this.
Okay.
So my favorite missions are like the monster themed,
Of course.
right?
There's a monster on the planet.
There's a monster on the planet, a life form that nobody's ever
and
encountered.
you've lost communications with the ship, and so
Right.
you're on your own.
I'm a big fan of like the Blob.
The Blob is great.
Like you get sucked into this blob. So I just watched a Voyager episode where the blob turned into life.
I think they should have done more away missions on Voyager.
They did a fair amount.
Yeah.
They
Seems like
did a
lot
fair
of
amount.
flying in space, you know.
Well, that's the show. You're on you're on a starship flying through space.
All right. Okay.
They did a fair amount.
So
Okay, so
what do I need to come up with?
Okay, so the mission, there's a monster on
There's
the
a
planet.
monster, and we're
right. It's a
confronting
monster
it. Mm-hmm.
mission, and we're going to lose 3 red shirts.
Okay.
So
I'm the captain.
it says you're the captain.
Yeah, I'm the captain.
I'm the older brother. If anything, I'd be the captain. You could be first officer.
You put more of a Riker vibe off than I do.
Oh, hey.
I put more of a Jean-Luc.
Okay, I'll be first officer. I don't care. It really doesn't matter.
Number 1. And
Make it so. Who are your senior officers?
okay.
So who's on the bridge?
So we want to know, like, let's say security, engineering, medical, and ensign. Oh, like who's flying the
Yeah,
ship?
maybe counselor.
Okay. Oh, counselor. We need a counselor too.
Yes. Are we going with real Star Trek characters? Are we
We're
going
gonna
with
do-
real life people,
going
people that we know,
All over the
or
place.
friends of the show?
Or cartoon characters. It could be anything.
So, Ensign,
First of all,
listen,
yeah.
Ensign.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be fun to have Shoeless Joe.
Shoeless Joe as ensign.
Yeah,
I was going to go with Jeff Gordon.
the race car driver.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of difference there. I mean, they're both
Okay.
redneck hillbillies. I mean,
All right,
you know.
Shoeless Joe. I really want to make a strong push for medical officer being Lou Holtz. I feel like
Yeah, see a hologram.
yeah,
Is he
he's
a
a
hologram?
hologram.
Okay.
He's very mouthy. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Because the medical officer has to sometimes tell the captain stuff they don't want to hear. You know,
He's slobbering all over the
yeah.
place.
We put our pants on the same way they do.
That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good Lou Holtz.
Yeah, thank you. It's actually my impression of Dan Patrick doing a Lou Holtz impression, but it's still pretty good. They put their pants on the same way we do. Can Lou Holtz be the medical
Yes.
chief? Okay.
Yeah. Say, sir, we have a problem in the.
Here we have a problem. I don't know. I can only say that they put their pants on the same way we do. All right. So we have Lou Holtz.
Yeah. Who's
and
gonna be
Shoeless Joe is the ensign.
Yeah.
Head of security.
Head
So
of
has to be a tough guy.
Okay. Well, yeah. But I guess before we go any further, does Riley have a position on our ship?
I feel like she's the counselor.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Riley's the counselor. She knows all the goings on.
Yeah. And
She knows how to.
being a female, she's more in touch with emotional
Yeah.
stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, more than a guy.
I mean, I think that's indisputable.
And that's the only female officer, right?
Is the counselor an officer?
I don't know. They're on the bridge.
Okay.
If they have a senior
It'd
staff,
be great if she had some sort of telekinetic
if
ability.
Riley did,
Yeah.
can we just give it to her?
Yeah. Can
But
we,
yeah,
All
sure.
right.
It's our thing.
So she's Bajoran. Bajoran?
Half Bajoran.
Half Bajoran. All right.
She can sense. I sense there's a lot of
I'd like her to be full bejeweled.
anxiety. Okay. That's the thing with Deanna is she never, we're going down a rabbit hole that nobody cares about, but
She just
always
gets a sense
like, I
of
sense
things.
anxiety.
Yeah.
Of course, we all do.
Yeah, we're all flying through space at 1,000,000 miles an hour. This is the most anxiety-driven thing we've ever done. This is crazy.
I sense a lot of uneasiness. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have anything specific to add to the
what are
conversation?
the thoughts in their brain? I don't know. I could. If my mom was here, she could tell you.
Security officer. Danny McBride.
No, I want to live. You know what I mean?
Is this a comedy?
No.
Okay,
This is we're trying to
real
live
life.
in space.
Okay, yeah. Arnold.
Oh, we still need. We also
Arnold
need a
Schwarzenegger.
science officer.
Oh, yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's all right. Okay. We can do
It's
Arnold.
Arnold.
What else do we need? We need a
Science.
science officer, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro.
Oh, yeah.
Smartest.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Or Ben Stein.
I like Ben Stein. Ben
Yeah.
Stein's good too.
Ben Stein. Let's go Ben
Whoa,
Stein.
no, we said engineering. We need an engineering.
wait, yeah,
so
yeah.
Ben Stein's engineering.
Okay.
And Ben Shapiro is our science officer.
Should Ben Shapiro replace Shoeless Joe?
Yeah. Let's get. Sorry, Joe. We
Joe,
love
you're
you.
out. Joe has red hair. He could be in engineering. Like
He could just
Scott.
be an engineering red shirt, could he?
Oh, he's one of the red shirts that die.
Oh, hey, there it is. Not a bad fate if you can get
No,
it.
you could be on the show.
So Ben Stein is our head of engineering.
Yeah.
Ben Shapiro is our science officer.
Yes.
And the ensign.
No,
is-
that was Ben Shapiro.
Oh, he's the ensign.
So we need a
science officer.
Yeah, someone who's very sciencey. I thought Ben Stein was going to be our science guy.
Okay, we'll make Ben Stein. All
He's
right.
very knowledgeable.
Okay.
So now we need.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
And this will lead into
This is engineering.
yes.
Okay.
Nikola Tesla.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Yeah,
You like that?
dude, that's a fantastic ship.
So Nikola Tesla is our engineering. Our security officer is
Arnold,
Schwarzenegger.
counselor, Riley.
Counselor is Riley.
Yeah.
Half Bajoran Riley.
Yeah.
The science officer is Ben Stein. The ensign is Ben Shapiro.
Yes.
And I'm missing one. I'm the captain.
Science officer.
And the science officer is Ben Stein. Feels like we're missing.
Oh no, engineering.
Oh, medical is Lou Holtz.
Oh.
But he's a
He's
hologram.
comic relief. What about who's the Whoopi Goldberg?
Oh, who's at 10 forward?
Yeah.
Slinging the drinks?
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn.
I like it. That's perfect. It's perfect.
All right.
Okay, what's your first thing?
I mean, I don't normally do the first thing, but all right. I
could do the first
I
thing.
pulled into Lowe's the other day,
Yeah.
and I'm not a like a person who kind of I don't know what the word I'm looking for, where I like creep in on other people's conversations or I like try to like see things that I shouldn't
Yeah.
see. It's none of my business what you
I
do.
mean, you're-
you know? But sometimes you can't help but seeing something.
Right.
So I pull in to the parking lot, and in front of me to the left is a guy, and he's got some kind of like an SUV with the back pulled up. And in the back of the SUV, there is he's got a lot of stuff going on back there. But he's got a gallon, maybe 2 gallon kind of jug thing, and written on that gallon jug, it says farm water. What is that? I'm like, and it took. I don't even think I bought anything at Lowe's. I think I just wandered around for an hour
Thinking about farm water.
What is farm water? Why is it so important
Yeah.
that he has to mark it?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
this is farm water.
Yeah.
This is not regular water.
Yeah.
This is farm water. And then what does he use it for? Where does he get it? Why does he need it? What is farm water?
That's a good question.
And I thought maybe you could help me. You know, a couple years older than I am. You've seen a couple more things. What's farm water?
Well, if I think back to Grandpa Kenny's farm, they had a cistern.
Okay.
They collected rainwater, and they used that water to like wash clothes and just random stuff around the house. More the gray water.
Okay.
not drinking water.
Yes.
So it's just
Why's he got it in a gallon jug? What's he doing with it?
So okay, explain this again. So the back of the truck was open.
Yeah. It's like a SUV or something.
There's 2 jugs labeled farm water.
No, there's one jug. It's like a 1 or 2 gallon kind of jug
Okay,
thing.
one big jug labeled farm water.
And then there's a bunch of other stuff.
And it was just sitting there.
I wasn't like I said, I wasn't poking my head in where it didn't belong. Just like in the side glancing, I see this farm water, and it's just sitting there. And I believe it was empty because I think it was kind of like, it looked in the way that it was like tilted off to the side.
But he wasn't doing anything with it.
No, he was trying to make space for whatever else he was putting in the back of his truck there.
I don't know what that is. I don't know.
Farm water.
It's not drinking water.
Yeah.
It's not spring water.
So your thing is that it's some sort of
Gray water.
where it's just like, hey, don't drink this.
Yeah, it's not meant to be consumed.
I mean, is this guy so out of control that he needs to, like, I mean, does he think people are just grabbing random jugs and just drinking them? Or like that he is? Would you ever see a jug like that and be like, man, I am so
I don't know why
thirsty.
he's
I want
transporting
to get my
the
lips
farm
around
water.
that and drink it. What? Yeah, why is he transporting it in such a small amount?
Yeah, see, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Maybe he's getting it tested. So maybe he's a realtor.
Okay.
Okay?
All
I'm
right.
just making stuff up. Maybe he's a realtor and he's testing water. One of the properties he's selling is a farm.
Hey, I got the farm, and this I'm taking to the
Right, they're gonna
plant.
test it.
They're going to test it. This is farm water.
Yes.
So I know that's.
I think
so I don't
that's it.
forget what this is.
Yeah. Because I'm selling 3 or 4 houses right now. One of them is a farm.
Can I tell you, this guy didn't look like a realtor, but you never know. Sometimes
He's at Lowe's. Maybe he's buying a couple things to fix up around the house,
Okay.
making it, spruce it up a little bit. What did he look like?
I think he was wearing overalls.
So he lives on a farm.
I think he does.
That would explain the farm water. I mean, where it came from. It came from his farm.
But like a spigot? Did he get it from like?
I think it's a cistern.
Was it runoff?
Yes.
Of a cow's back?
It could have been. I mean,
don't-
eventually water's going to hit a cow's back.
Is it just like? Is he just scooping like in a ditch? Like getting? You know what I mean? Like where is this water coming from? Is there a spigot that's like just runs to the
Yeah.
barn? And he's like, yeah, this water's not great.
It's just the
but
farm water.
It's okay for like
Yeah.
the cows can drink it and stuff, but it's farm water. It's not like it's like I don't know. These are all the questions that I had.
They're
that
fantastic
I was
questions.
just
I don't
hoping
know.
that you would walk
No,
in and be
I
like,
have
oh no,
nothing.
farm water. I know what that is.
I wonder if you misread it. Instead of farm water, maybe it was
warm water. Like this
Family
is
water.
Warm. What?
like another F word. Instead of farm, maybe it said family. Like family water. I don't know. Faith water.
That doesn't make any more sense.
Well, I mean,
Fart water.
oh, hey. Been there, done that.
Film water.
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything.
Filth water.
Yeah.
Fresh water.
Fresh water. Maybe
Now
it said
that makes sense.
Maybe FR.
It definitely said farm water though. I
Are
mean,
you
I looked.
sure?
I was like,
100%.
I was really trying to figure it out.
I would have asked.
I should have.
Sir, what is that?
Who the heck do you think you are? Coming up on me like you're all better than me, city folk, making fun of my farm water. Sir, it was an honest question,
I really want to know. What is farm water?
Well,
If you know, write into
listen,
the show.
I'll bet you Liz Joe knows. He's from Arkansas.
He probably does. Please let us know what farm water is.
Inquiring minds need to know.
Yes.
All
Write
right.
it in the comments somewhere. Tell us what farm water is.
I gotta find out. All right.
Somewhere someone knows.
Somebody knows.
Somebody
Somebody's like,
knows.
they don't know what farm water is?
I mean, you live for farm water forever.
Honey, you're not gonna believe this. I'm watching this. These guys don't know what farm water is. They got no idea.
Why is every dumb person
From
Southern?
the South? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
You just don't know what they just done did.
It's true. Dumb people are from the South. And animated germs are always from New York.
It's true.
Hey, yo, I want to get up in the nose and
What about the DNA from Jurassic Park?
I'm Dino DNA. I don't know what that is. That's just an idiot.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got, Jason? What do you want to talk about?
Okay, so I had this conversation yesterday in the van. The whole family's in the van. Or me and all the kids are in the van. And Teddy sneezes about 4 or 5 times.
Oh, okay. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
And I said, when mommy sneezes, she always sneezes 3 times in a row. Mm-hmm. He goes, yeah, sometimes I sneeze 4, sometimes 5. And he goes, and this happens every day. So I turned to Estelle, and she was sitting in the front seat. I said, do you sneeze every day? She goes, no. I said, I think I do. I think I sneeze once a day, every day.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. I said, well, what, every other day? She goes, no. I said, how often do you sneeze? She goes, like, once every 2 or 3 weeks. Like, what?
I'm kind of with her.
Once every 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah.
You sneeze once every 2 or 3 weeks.
I'd say so.
I'm a daily sneezer.
Listen, I wish I could sneeze at will.
Sneezing is
I
fantastic.
love sneezing.
Yeah.
And when a sneeze comes, if I'm by myself, now if I'm in company,
Yeah. Discreet. Yeah.
I sneeze into the arm. I learned that when I did food service.
Yes.
When we worked at Harvest Buffet in Tulsa, Montana.
Before it was shut down.
Nope.
I understood. Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Before it was shut down for
Many reasons.
I don't know. Their catfish was amazing. I loved it. They had
It's
a
a
good
buffet.
chicken.
A
They had a
great
good chicken
buffet.
fried steak too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I learned when I was working there, because I took the food handlers course, that when you sneeze like that. So
Right.
when I'm in company, I always do that. But if I'm ever by myself, I take advantage of it.
Oh, yeah.
And I just
I'm spraying chemicals everywhere.
like I just let the full force of
Yes.
the sneeze. I don't
Yes.
hold back.
Yes.
I don't swallow it all. I'm like, I get everything I can out of that sneeze.
Yes.
And it is such a satisfying. I feel it
Very.
in my toes.
Yes.
It's such a good thing.
I do the same thing.
There's a great SNL skit where they're doing this, like, I don't know, like this commercial. It's a commercial for some kind of Flonase thing. And the wife is in the bed and she's like talking to the camera, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
about when you get a cold. And when my husband and I get a cold, and Will Ferrell's sitting beside of her, and while she's talking, he sneezes, but he's like, ah! Like he yells. And she's like, and he like keeps on yelling. You
Yeah.
should look it up. It's a really funny skit. But anyway, I love a good sneeze, and I wish I sneezed more. If I sneezed every day, that'd be great.
So here's
I'd say once every 2 or 3 weeks.
Really?
Is probably pretty common. I couldn't tell you the last time I sneezed.
Really?
Yeah.
I sneezed last night. And I'll
what a
probably
life.
sneeze again tonight.
What a charmed existence you
So
live.
for me, I don't know why, but every night about 45 minutes before bed, it doesn't matter when I go to bed, by the way. If I go to bed at 11 o'clock at night, it's 10:15.
Okay.
If I go to bed at 9, it's 8:15.
All right.
45 minutes before I go to bed, I sneeze. And I sneeze.
And that starts the clock. Is that what
starts
happens?
the clock. At 45 minutes, I'm sleeping one way or the other.
Okay.
That gives me time to go to the bathroom.
It's like a reverse
grab
snooze.
a drink. It's a reverse snooze. Is my sneeze.
A reverse snooze. I like that.
It's a reverse snooze. The sneeze starts the clock.
It's not a bad name
It's
for the episode. A reverse snooze.
What happens when I sneeze? I have 45 minutes. I'm going to be asleep.
Okay.
It happens. So I get one good sneeze in, and then I anticipate I can get usually 2 or 3 sneezes out of it.
Really?
Yeah. Because I hover on it. And there's nothing worse.
I
Listen,
know-
there is nothing worse.
No, I know what you're saying. And you're
Not in the world.
You're not wrong.
Of all the horrible things that have ever happened on the planet.
the worst.
The
is-
worst. The worst.
The worst.
Is right when you get ready to sneeze and you're on the edge and you feel it and it's tickling your nose and then it stops. And it's gone.
Especially when you only get one every 2 or 3 weeks.
And it's gone forever. You see, that would be awful. Usually if I lose a sneeze, within 15, 20 minutes, I can regain it.
I mean, a good year for me is 20 sneezes.
What?
There's 52 weeks a year.
I'll sneeze 20 times in a month.
What a life.
Maybe 20 in a week. A good sneeze is fantastic. It's one of my favorite things.
A good sneeze is a wonderful thing. And you're right. That
And then it's gone.
and then it's gone. Yeah.
You're deflated, defeated.
It's a good thing I can't make myself sneeze. Otherwise, I would just sneeze all the time. I wouldn't get anything done. I'd just keep on sneezing because it's just such a wonderful thing.
Stella said that she, or maybe one of the other kids, I can't remember, they thought there was a disease or some thing where people, when they walk outside and they hit the sunlight, they sneeze.
Oh, I would like that.
That would be great. Every time you hit the
I
sunlight,
would call that a
you sneeze.
condition more than a disease.
Yeah. Well, it could be a disease. It could be a symptom of a disease.
Maybe.
I don't know.
All right. What do you want to do? The Netflix suggestion of the week.
Netflix, watch these shows of those. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Netflix,
so long.
Netflix,
It's too long.
watch these shows with us.
Too lazy to cut it down.
Netflix,
Yeah, it's not happening. I kinda also don't wanna cut it down.
Hulu Plus.
It eats
Or
up like
maybe Amazon Prime or something
3%
like
of the
that,
show.
like YouTuber. We don't
Is
wanna
that
put
right?
a box
I don't
around
know.
what
I didn't do
you
the math.
watch, so
1%.
You never know.
It's a lot. All right, Jason, what is your Netflix suggestion of the week?
My Netflix suggestion of the week can be found on Netflix. It is a movie called Real Steel.
Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman. Have you seen it?
No.
So basically, there are robot. It's kind of like a play off the Rock'em Sock'em Robots. They made a live action movie out of it. So these robots are like drone robots, and they fight each other
Okay.
in rings,
So it's the movie version of Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
pretty much.
Wow. I mean,
It's probably PG-13. I watched it with all the
Okay.
family. There's language. That was it. It
So-
said violence, but it's robot violence, which
that's
really
not a thing.
No,
Hugh Jackman
that's not.
is a robot in this movie?
No, he's one of the controllers. So there's a little kid.
He's like an Xbox controller.
Yeah, kind of.
I imagine it to be more boxy with a
Well, there's
thing
also
that comes out of it.
yeah. Well, there's also a headset where he's like calling out orders,
Oh, okay.
right jab, left uppercut, and doing stuff like
Did
that.
they do the thing where they put him on a thing and then he's like controlling it by doing this? Like like every time he does this?
I mean, kind of.
Did I just write the movie?
Well, there's a sparring robot
Mm-hmm.
that they found, and the sparring robot mimics the robot it's sparring against. It's like a practice robot to
Mm. Okay.
teach the primary robot. Well,
I don't like robots that can learn.
the sparring robot mimics the thing, and so the sparring robot basically takes down the best robot on the planet because it's mirroring Hugh Jackman, who was a former boxer himself.
Ah.
So it's mirroring him, and he's like live action doing it.
I see.
So it was a good movie. The kids liked it. Just robots fighting each other. It drives me crazy. What could have been a PG-13 movie easily could have been a PG movie.
Yeah.
They just drop a couple things in there. I'm like,
Yeah.
why? Why do you have to do that?
I don't know.
My 8-year-old is watching this.
Yeah.
And it's fine. I mean,
Not like they don't hear you say it all the time.
that's for sure. Real Steel, found on Netflix. PG-13, but it's really appropriate.
Give it a
It's
grade.
fine. It's a solid B.
It's a B movie.
But B movie, when I hear someone say it's a B movie,
Uh-huh.
it's like, listen, that's subpar. I think it's fine. It's fine to watch. It's above average. Mm-hmm. You watch all the horrible movies out there. You think about of course not. Think about the thousands of movies. Sometimes I'll scroll through Amazon Prime.
It's crazy.
There are thousands.
How are all these movies getting made?
Somebody
can't make
I
money.
have that conversation. I have that conversation with Shelby frequently. Where I'm like, why can't someone pay me to make a crappy movie?
Yeah.
Because there are thousands of crappy movies, and they're horrible.
And these movies can't be making money. Nobody's
No.
like buying them or something.
I don't understand. I don't
understand it either. But there are a just massive amount
of horrible,
of
stupid
really
movies.
bad movies.
Yes.
I mean, we're not talking about a movie that didn't do as well as expected.
No, it's
at
just
the
a
box
stupid
office.
movie.
We're just talking about
Like, who thought this was a good idea?
Stupid movie.
That's the thing that also kills me. It's like someone put up $400,000 for this movie. Mm-hmm. Who did that?
Yeah,
Who thought that was a good idea?
for no return on investment.
No. No. Anyways, so if you figure the average movie, there are thousands of movies. The average movie,
Okay.
it's above average.
Okay.
It's
I
worth.
mean, if that's your
it's worth watching for the kids.
okay, how about this? If you consider all the movies because it was in the theaters,
Yeah,
so it can just all the movies
it's an
that
average theater movie.
it's an average theater movie.
Yeah.
Would you pay money to go see it in the theater?
No,
Okay.
But I don't watch a lot of movies, and
Yeah, me neither.
you know,
All right.
the only theater movies we watch are the epic events.
I just
Star Wars. That's
Avengers.
basically it. Yeah.
I just can't imagine watching that movie. That sounds so dumb to me. I'd
Well,
rather rewatch.
I got
Frasier.
4 boys,
Yeah.
and they're always
That's true.
boxing and punching and fighting.
Kind of up their alley.
It's a different, yeah. The
makes
little
sense.
boys like it. There's a show on Discovery or Netflix or something or not Netflix, but Discovery or Learning Channel, something like that. Battle bots, like robots fighting each other.
Yeah.
So I just queued it up on our YouTube TV to record.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start watching those with the kids because I think they're gonna love it.
Yeah, probably.
Robots fighting each other.
Yeah. I mean, can't go wrong with robots fighting each other. There's only
as it gets.
oil gets spilled, no blood. So, I'd like to suggest 2 things. My first one won't necessarily.
You're only allowed one.
Well, they're both on Hulu.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Hulu. Been
My Hulu.
Stella's. So I've been watching a lot of Seinfeld lately. Sorry, Stella, for messing up your. It's
Have you noticed his Hulu messing up your account?
Well, I mean, I just see what's in like the continue watching.
Whose profile are you on?
hers? Hers is the only one that's on. Like I don't.
What?
There's
How's
no
that
other-
even
I don't
possible?
know. It just says Stella, so I click. I mean, that's the only
Okay.
option. I would choose yours. Trust me. Much more fun to mess with you. So it's just her.
Which you see
Anime.
all of her anime stuff.
It's
yeah.
her anime stuff and Seinfeld,
Okay,
which
yeah.
is, I mean, that Venn diagram probably does not come together.
No.
I mean, Jerry Seinfeld was on the Super Happy Fun Hour, so there's a little bit of that. But anyway, I've been liking watching Seinfeld. It's very nice to have Seinfeld just to turn on while I'm cooking or something. But, oh, by the way, we do need you to sign into Hulu on our kitchen TV. If you could, that would be nice, actually. So I watched the movie with Ethan Hawke, Tesla. Have you seen this movie?
No. Listen, Nikolai Tesla is one of my favorite all-time
I know
people.
you're a big Tesla
Yeah,
guy.
I'm a big Tesla
I
guy.
know you are. This movie, first of all,
Edison
Edison.
messed him up.
This movie does not paint Edison in a good light.
No, he was a horrible person.
Yeah, if you're an Edison guy,
Listen, you can either be Tesla or Edison.
yeah,
And if you're Edison,
I'm kind of a Westinghouse guy, personally.
Westinghouse TV?
Anyway, the movie, it was hard to lock down. It was really artsy. The movie liked itself more than I did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of the artistic choices that they made, like there'd be a lot of times where there was a backdrop where he was standing in front of it or somebody else was standing in front of it where he was supposed to be standing and there was a field behind him. And it was obviously a created, painted backdrop.
Right.
They weren't trying to hide it. Abby walked in the middle of it. She's like, this is the worst graphics I've ever seen. It's like, well, they're doing it on purpose. It's like
Right.
an artistic choice.
Yeah.
But then it just got stranger. I mean, at one point,
His life was pretty strange.
his life was strange, but weird things happened. Like he had this. There was a fake conversation between him and Edison. They said this conversation didn't really happen.
Is it like documentary style?
Some of it's a little mockumentary, but some of it's not. There's this conversation at one point at a bar between him and Edison, and then Edison sits down at the bar, orders a drink, and then pulls out an iPhone and just starts like scrolling.
Okay,
That
I'm not
happened.
watching this.
There's another time
I'm not going to watch
where
it.
he's roller skating through a hotel, and this is like early
Edison?
1900s. No, Tesla is roller. Come on, keep up. Tesla.
I was going to say, Edison's not roller skating.
Yeah, he's roller skating through a hotel, and all of a sudden a maid is behind him vacuuming with a very modern vacuum cleaner. I mean,
Yeah.
first of all, there would have been no vacuum cleaner because they were like just
there's
doing
no
light bulbs.
electricity.
Like light bulbs were like a new thing. There's not this like Bissell, like, and little things like that in the whole movie. You're like, what is you know what I mean? I think they're trying to. I don't know.
Project futuristic.
Yeah, like he saw things
Yeah.
that would happen in the future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe they're saying he was such a visionary that we're seeing through his eyes. There's a spot at the end where he sings a song on a microphone, like this 80s song. It's weird. The movie's really weird.
I'm glad you told me because I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, I would assumed you had watched it.
No, I would've.
It's very artistic. I love Ethan Hawke, too. I'm
Yeah.
a big Ethan Hawke. I'm a Hawke head. I mean, I like Ethan Hawke as much as this guy. He was in...
Yeah.
It seemed like there for a while he was in everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Ethan
then
Hawke.
all of a sudden you didn't see him anymore. But he's really good in the movie. He does a good job, you know. But the movie's weird. I'd actually kind of like you to watch it because
know if I
I'd like
can.
to get your feedback on it.
I don't like it.
Well,
What's your other suggestion?
so I've been watching.
It's a non-suggestion. Don't
It's-
watch it.
You should probably avoid it. I
Okay.
mean, if you're interested in like weird artsy movies, man, it'll be right up your alley. You'll love it.
Jad would love it.
It's hard to say what Jad would love.
Okay.
I mean, according to Jad,
Memento was like
the best movie
yeah.
ever made. And that's not an exaggeration.
Face Off number 2.
There was a time when Nicolas Cage was acting like John Travolta, and John Travolta was acting like Nicolas Cage. I mean, it was like, yeah, he loved that movie.
I hate Face Off and I hate Memento.
Yeah, I don't mind Memento. Face Off is awful, but the fact that Memento is the best movie of all time, according
And
to
Face Off is right there too.
well, he's a big fan. I mean, John Travolta was acting like Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage was acting like John Travolta. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
No.
No, you haven't. So, cool your jets. So the other thing on Hulu that I've really been excited about is every season of Alone, which I have not had
yeah.
before. So Eric and I just started watching the season where they have two people. They're teams.
I haven't watched it.
So the way it works is it's two people, and one person gets dropped off in one spot, and the other person gets dropped off roughly 10 miles away.
Yeah.
The person that is one person gets dropped off at where their base camp is going to be. That person is responsible for starting to set up camp, making a gill net, like just getting everything ready, fires and all that sort of stuff. And the other person has a compass and a bearing, and that's all they have.
Okay.
Which is, it's not like they're just walking in circles. I mean, they're 10 miles away. They have a compass and a bearing, but they're walking through Vancouver, like in the thickness of this, like game trails and
It's
stuff.
not easy.
It's not easy. Yeah. And there's a married couple. There's a father and son. There's brothers. I don't know that I've met all of the contestants yet, but I was curious if you had seen this one, and you haven't. You should watch it. Do you have Hulu? Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's on Hulu.
It's my Hulu.
Stella's. But the question is,
Yeah.
well, first of all, this is a huge advantage over normal Alone. I mean, if you can actually get together,
yeah.
then all of a sudden you can have
Teamwork,
one
yeah.
person working on the camp the whole time, and then the other person working on food.
Well, I think there's two things that you work on. Food and firewood.
Food, firewood, shelter. Because here's the thing is they drop you off in the fall, and it progressively gets colder.
Right.
So if you're gonna wanna if you wanna win,
Yeah, you
then
need shelter.
You need a shelter. Like you need to build a cabin with
A lean-to.
that's that is airtight. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That can hold up to the weather. That's not going to leak. So that's like a big thing. So
Yeah.
I think food, shelter, and firewood. And if you're working on those three things, I mean, one season built like a cabin with a chimney. Like
Yeah.
it had a flipping chimney.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
It was a great cabin.
Yeah.
So it's to be able to double your efforts and to have some sort of conversation and camaraderie to share that together is a huge advantage. So I'm curious to see how long they'll last in comparison to other seasons.
I could last forever.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could.
How long do you think you and I, how do you think you and I would do out there? Because there is a brothers team.
The part
And
we
I
would
don't want to give it
fail-
away, but it was
The part we would fail would be food.
that would be the hardest part.
That would be the hardest part.
To me, I've watched now probably 4 seasons of Alone. It's fish, man. Like you don't worry about the deer, don't worry about the squirrels or the rabbits. That's not going to give you anything. You fish. You find a way and a place, because they always have you in a place where you could catch fish.
Right.
Where, especially if you have 2 people, one person, all they're doing all day, every day
just
is fishing.
fishing. Yeah.
Because you know what you can do with that fish? You can smoke it.
Yeah.
You can smoke that fish.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you have fish for days set up, you ration it. This is how much fish we eat every day. And I'm just hitting that and I'm fishing because that cold weather is going to come. But when the cold weather comes and as the lake is freezing over, every day you go and you chip away that hole.
Right.
Right. And so you have a fishing hole because you can catch fish like that too.
Yeah.
You can catch fish in the cold. So to me, it's all about fish. I mean,
In the wintertime, if you caught if you had a really good day, let's say you got 20 or 30 fish, that's a month worth of food.
If you're
in the wintertime,
if you're hitting it hard. So
yeah.
it's all about fish. And then once you catch a fish, you have fish guts for a lure.
Right.
So to me, I have one person fishing the whole time and the other person just working on the shelter and the firewood.
That's it.
And you can switch places every once in a while. Or maybe you find out that one of you is a better fisher than the other.
Yeah.
But the other person's just preparing the fish, smoking the fish. And one person, that's your job. Every day you wake up and for 12 hours, every day you fish.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They're like, man, I've been trying to fish for 2 hours. I haven't caught anything. I'm like, yeah, you got to like do this all day. This is like survival.
Right.
You know? So anyway, I've been enjoying it. That would be I'm only one episode in, so I don't know how it's going to go, if I'm going to like it, but
I think the social aspect would be fine. I think we could get along fine. The part that I know what would happen. You would go fishing.
yeah.
And you would drop the fishing line in the hook or whatever, and it would be gone. And then now, like, what are we going to eat now? You've just lost all of our fishing stuff.
Jason, good news, bad news.
I came home with 1.5 fish.
That's the good news.
Bad news is there will be no more fish.
I'd be like, Jason, good news, bad news. All right. Well, I came home with 1.5 fish. Okay, what's the good news? That is the good news.
I lost all of our fishing stuff.
Yeah,
it's at the bottom of the
we are
lake.
dead in the water. And I ate the fish on my way here.
What, the half? No, the whole.
All of it. The fish and a half. Did you cook it?
I was hungry.
I was so hungry. So, yeah, that would be. At some point, I would.
You would lose or break, or there are acts. You would like. Something would happen. Something would happen like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to buzz out. And yeah. I think it'd be fun.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I would do it.
I would do it.
If
too.
we got that offer, if Alone was watching this and they're like, listen, we're going to do another episode where we need a team of people and we want you guys to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
I would do it.
You would do it?
Yeah.
I think I would do it too. I think we could, and you win $500,000.
How much?
$500,000.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's $200,000 you can have. You know?
Yeah.
There's a lot you could do with $200,000.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So that's
I still think we've talked about this before, but I think I would just eat so much peanut butter before going. Put on a bunch of weight.
I know, I hear you. That's
just
obvious. So there was a season where the guy that won was the heaviest guy going in.
Yeah.
And that's
you go
obvious.
a long time without food.
I understand that. But then I saw another season where I think it was the next season. And I think the guys that were watching were like, listen, this is the way to do it. And they were all like, there were 4 guys or 5 guys that said, listen, I put on 40 pounds, before this. So that way, and it didn't work out for them. I think that your body.
They don't know how to be fat.
Listen,
I can be fat
a long time.
Listen, I've been fat. I've done fat.
I just feel like.
I mean, you'd be fine.
I'd be okay. I feel like it backfires in a way that you do expend more calories.
Yeah, I get that.
When you're heavier,
Listen, the first month, you could not eat food for a month and drop 30 or 40 pounds. Now you're back to zero.
Now you're back to where you started.
Yeah,
except your body is like
deteriorating away.
Yeah, it's you got to catch up. You know what I mean? You got to stay on top of it from day one.
Dude, you'd be full keto. Eating fish?
Yeah, there's not a lot of carbs out in the wild.
Yeah.
I don't know what is. Honey,
Grain.
if you came across some honey, Yeah. Not a lot of carbs out there.
Like wild strawberry.
Still.
Sugar.
Yeah. A little bit, but not like bread,
I found a bread tree.
There's biscuits, slices everywhere. Okay. Do you have anything else to talk about?
Listen, I've got a list of like 7 or 8 things, and we are running.
Well, we're running out of time. Can I just say something? That PBS should be free on all platforms.
Agreed.
I want to watch Ken Burns documentaries. I want to watch Masterpiece Theater. I want to watch all the things that are on PBS.
Public funded.
Public broadcast television.
It's
public.
Paid by the government.
Yeah, which means us. So,
or is it because they have the donation call center things?
I don't know.
But is it public? Who
I'm
pays
just
for
saying, I saw there was a PBS app on my TV that I could download, and they're trying to get me to pay for this subscription. I'm like, no, this is PBS. You don't pay for it.
Yeah,
it's
you don't understand how this works.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that upset me the other day. I feel like PBS should be free They should put all of their stuff on YouTube. The whole point is it's for the public, right? Isn't that why they exist?
Yeah.
It's free. It's like, I don't know, what else is free that's available to the public?
I mean, anything.
Water? Is water free?
No, you got to pay for water.
I don't pay for my water. Is that a problem?
How do you not pay for your water?
The bill comes. I'm like, well, water should be free. And I just throw it away.
This is stupid.
Yeah. Like
Our
the candy bars, like at Walmart when you're checking out, like that whole
the free
the whole thing of free candy bars. You can just put one in your pocket. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that. It should be free like that.
I got you. Yeah. Have you ever stolen anything?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I stole something from IGA, and mom
Forced
made
to
me
take it
go
back?
back in and apologize.
Were you crying?
I mean, I think I was on the edge of it. I was shaky.
Yeah.
My lip was shaking. Probably it was a heavy.
I stole
moment.
a candy bar from IGA.
But you didn't get caught.
No.
Yeah, you
I'm
wouldn't.
better than that.
I had probably had guilt written all over me.
Yeah.
What kind of candy bar was it?
I don't remember.
It doesn't matter. When you're
Snickers or
stealing
something,
it,
yeah.
it tastes
It doesn't-
delicious
oh,
just
yeah.
because it's been stolen.
I've stolen many things. I'm not proud of it. I'm a little proud of it.
What's the most
I'm a-
expensive thing you stole?
I have a friend who
A
walked.
friend.
Who?
Okay.
It wasn't. It really wasn't me.
Sure.
Walked out of Walmart with a TV and a cart.
And just walked out.
Yeah.
Nobody,
Couple $100.
Nobody said anything.
Yeah. I mean, this was like 15 years ago.
I don't think it happened today.
It'd be a lot tougher today.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, go for it. Try it.
Just
see what
walked
happens.
out.
You know, people. Yeah, that's. Man, I got so much stuff, but we need to save it
We'll
for the
save
pre-show.
it for the pre-show. Okay, well there you go. All right, this is Dan-
Pre-show on Rumble.
On Rumble. Check it
Yeah.
out on Rumble. It's exclusive on Rumble. This is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.
Sit, boo, sit. Good dog.
I have spoken.